The United Arab Emirates, not a country we ever heard connected with baseball in past years, but recently it's been coming up a lot. The world's newest professional baseball league, Baseball United, is headquartered in the UAE's largest city of Dubai. Just last week, the league's third and fourth initial franchises were announced, both in the UAE. The Dubai Wolves and the Abu Dhabi Falcons will make up half of the teams that will participate in the inaugural showcase taking place in November. This is a league they're hoping will spread across the Middle East and South Asia. The fact that this little country of 10 million gets two franchises right away shows that they have high hopes for baseball there. We know some of the reasons. It's a wealthy country, people there have money to spend on sporting events, and for that reason it's sort of like the London of the Middle East. That is, they can host a variety of sporting events and have no problem getting people to show up. It hosts an annual F1 race. The NBA has played there. Major cricket and soccer events too. But that would not be enough of a reason to start with half of the initial four Baseball United franchises there. The owners are putting a lot of money into this league, and they wouldn't give two teams to a country with 10 million people and one team to a country with 1.4 billion people, unless there was already some interest in baseball there. While baseball is not played at all in most Middle Eastern countries, it has been played in the UAE for a while now. The number of youth participants has been on the rise year after year, and will certainly get a major boost when professional baseball makes a permanent home in the country. Baseball United is not just trying to attract spectators and make money, they're trying to really get baseball going in every country in the region. And so far, the country they've given the most attention to is the UAE. A little information about this country first, in case you're not familiar with it. As I've already said, it's got a population of 10 million, just past the 10 million mark by 2023 estimates, so it is a growing country. And it's unique in that most of the people are immigrants. Not like the US where people have ancestors who immigrated. The majority of UAE residents, almost 90%, are not UAE citizens. Where do they come from? Well, all over. India and Pakistan provide the highest number, and that's important because the other two teams in Baseball United are in India and Pakistan. Bangladeshi and Filipino come in large numbers too. Immigrants from North America, Latin America, Europe, and Australia combine for 500,000. From the UK alone, there are 100,000 living in the UAE. The gender imbalance is surprising when you first hear it. There are 2.2 males for every female. That number jumps to 2.75 between the ages of 15 and 65. But really it should be expected. Only 11% of the population is Emirati. They're the only ones starting up families with equal numbers of males and females. The rest of the population is all people who came there to work. Some are women, some are men with their families, but most are single men. The biggest sports are soccer and cricket, no surprise given its location in the world. Motorsports, camel racing, ice hockey has a surprisingly good following there. Dubai has hosted a KHL game in the past, and we're actually hoping to land a KHL franchise. It would have been the KHL's version of the NHL's Vegas Golden Knights, a successful ice hockey franchise in the desert. It sounds like a place where baseball could possibly thrive. Whenever you take people from all over the world and put them in one place, any sport can succeed, especially in a place with a lot of wealthy residents. And baseball has already had a few success stories there. In 2022, 3 players from Dubai, all of them left-handed pitchers, started playing college ball in North America. Ollie Duthie is one of them, pitching in relief for the University of British Columbia, which competes with USNAIA teams. Jack Chaplesky is another one. He's a reliever at Tufts University in Massachusetts. The last one is Matthias Parasino, who's playing at Occidental College in California. All 3 of them grew up in the UAE, playing in Dubai Little League. There was another pitcher a year before that, Sean Faketa, who played in Dubai Little League for 7 years from the ages of 11 to 18. He now plays at Oakland University in a mix of starting and relief, and he previously played at Sacramento State. Even more interesting about him is that he was born in Budapest, Hungary, and he picked up a baseball for the first time at the age of 7, in Moscow. These 4 pitchers are the first ever from the UAE to play college ball in North America. None of them seem to be on track to reach a higher level, but the fact that 4 players have made it to the college level all in the last few years, when there was nothing coming out of the country before, is a major accomplishment. The diamond where they grew up playing is quite a sight. The Burj Khalifa, the world's tallest building, towers behind the outfield. As the sun sets, the lights of downtown Dubai are seen beyond the fences. The LA Dodgers sponsor the league, and for that reason all players wear blue Dodgers shirts. That sponsorship began in 2016. Dave Roberts and Adrian Gonzalez went out there and held a clinic at that time. The league is sponsored by Emirates Airlines and consists of over 400 players. There is also an adult league with players from Japan, Korea, North America, Latin America, and Europe competing. An adult softball league too, including some mixed gender teams. So, in order for UAE to rise to a higher level, what kinds of obstacles are they going to face? Well, you could probably tell by the names of the players who've gone from Dubai Little League to colleges in North America that it's mostly kids from Western families playing baseball there. Kids from the largest immigrant populations like Indian and Pakistani aren't getting involved much yet, nor are any kids from the local Emirati population. If they want baseball to become a more mainstream sport there, they need to be able to reach out to the largest groups of the population. Another problem is they don't have a national team yet, and no reason to, really, since none of their Middle Eastern neighbors play baseball at all. It might be nice if they could welcome a nearby visiting team for an international game and rally behind their country's players, but they've got no one to play against. And the problem that every fledgling baseball program deals with: money, a lack of it. Yes, it's a rich country, but contrary to popular belief, not everyone there is a billionaire, and baseball is pretty low on the sports priority list, so funding is mostly done by individuals directly involved with baseball. Importing all the right equipment and having proper facilities built can be quite expensive for these individuals, even if they are rich. The good news is there may be a way to help overcome these problems, and it all depends on the success of Baseball United. If the franchises in Dubai and Abu Dhabi are able to draw thousands of spectators from various backgrounds on a regular basis, even if it's in the low thousands, and encourage local residents to get behind these teams, it will inspire young athletes to try it out for themselves. The teams that Dubai and Abu Dhabi will be playing against are in India and Pakistan, which have immigrant populations in the UAE they'd like to target. And a year from now, there will be more franchises in more countries. They'll soon have neighboring countries with organized baseball, too. As far as funding, that's part of Baseball United's plans. They'll be putting money and effort into youth baseball programs, helping to spread the game around the country, get more and better equipment, have more facilities built. Money won't be that much of a problem. But just because you build it doesn't necessarily mean they will come. There is competition from other sports, and maybe they just don't have the appetite for baseball. One thing that really helps is their 15-year strategic partnership with the Emirates Cricket Board. Cricket is a well-established sport in the UAE, and the Cricket Board will help Baseball United handle the issues that any new sports league in the country is faced with. Too often, cricket and baseball look at each other as enemies, but here they're working together. So, in summary, the UAE has a youth baseball program that is just starting to send its players to higher levels, a bright spot in a region of the world where baseball is hardly played at all. They've got a huge opportunity with professional baseball coming to the country. MLB legends Mariano Rivera, Barry Larkin, Adrian Beltre, Albert Pujols, Felix Hernandez, and so many more are involved with it. This could be huge for baseball in the UAE. But it all depends on local interest. Those in charge seem to be quite optimistic about it. We shall see. Anyway, that's all for this one. Until next time, this is Baseball International. See ya.